had that experience, so you issue standard equipment to your miners. A capacitor prevents aging, called the Garden of Eden. Well, they had other very much more sophisticated mechanisms of mechanical life support. In Star Wars, Luke Skywalker wakes up to find Dad, Darth Vader, is half machine. In Dune, Muad'Dib wakes up to find Dad, actually uncle or the bloodline, Harkonnen, is half machine. If you'd like to be introduced to Ariel Sharon on life support, he's half machine. What is the problem? They don't know what life is, so effectively they have wedded their biology to too much metal, too much non-phase conjugate material. As a result, their DNA stops having charge implosion. So I feel that this is a big part of their genetic issue, is they didn't understand the problem of using metal in life support. So I feel the lesson we're learning today in biologic architecture is actually Groundhog Day. You know, like, keep doing it till you get it right. A few million years around, gene pools will figure it out. So, however, and there's no clear information about what caused the genetic disaster, but I have formed these hypotheses, that they're mechanisms of life support, and their loss of glandular juices due to loss of bliss, and their warlike technology that creates...
So there's a trauma of war involved.
A trauma of war, and a trauma of environments of metal. And as a result, the Vestal Virgins didn't have enough bliss, and their starfire stopped working, and generally, the gene pool is in trouble. And this is now a big picture, which is somewhat undated, for ancestors of the Nephilim and the beginning of our Anunnaki story. So political background.
Just to go one, why was that war again? What was the argument?
The dragon cultures, if you read Guardians of the Grail, had managed to effectively conquer most of the inhabitable planetoids of the Orion sector, if you believe the Hopi, and I do. And they only ran up into one culture that was able to effectively resist, called Weolawa, which effectively meant a bird dog. And it was called, and this is the origins of our word Dogon, and the origins of our word Daganavida, by the way. The Dagon. Very important in history. So the bird dog culture, which is related to the bird tribe, which is another name for Ophanim.
Do they actually look like birds? Does it feel?
Well, there are arguments on that. My hypothesis is that what they meant by bird tribe, in, for example, Iroquois and Cherokee's word Adawi, they're clear what they mean. They say it means winged one. And if you ask what the definition of Ophanim is, they tell you it's a whirling one. The whirling ones are the winged ones. Now, if you actually had a bit of clairvoyance and you saw the aura of these beings, the electric field of their charge would look like wings. I'm convinced even that's why the Lakota Sioux, they hang themselves in trees for the sun in the arbor ritual. And there's an arbor ritual of the Cherokee as well. So I'm convinced that the word bird tribe, and for a background on this part of the history, you might read wingmakers.com. What is a wingmaker? A wingmaker is one who can create a charge envelope that has wings. Remember, Wingmakers was my source for that information about the Draco alphabet at the Senchi pyramids in China being readable by the Hungarians. That was my source on that information. So this is a lineage, a little bit as opposed to or by contrast. I'm not saying, you know, this is the war, but this is describing two essential qualities of angels.
So Dan, what was so special about them to be able to resist this, the conquering? This culture, I assumed, and it's an assumption I make, I don't think we have data, that they were equally psychokinetic. That was my assumption. What we do know is that according to the Hopi, by the way, this was also called Ebi, and this was called Uru. So I've got Ebi, Uru, Aku, Draku, Ophanim, Seraphim as parallel terms, roughly synonymous, right? And this then became, when later you ask a Hebrew rabbi what the word Hebi Uru means, he says crossing over. And I'm going to show you what a crossed over bloodline looks like here.
But that's not what he means.
I'm hypothesizing that the Hebrew rabbi, if he really studied his history, would know that this is Uru, this is Draco, this is fallen Draco, troubles. The low end of the family, sadly, makes you feel sad. But this would be the fallen Anunnaki Draco here. And this is basically Enlil when he was younger. And this is an Ebi Uru crossover. This is a crossover. And here is Grandma. Remember, Grandma looks like this. That's the Sumerian goddess figure from the Ubayyad, which matches pretty well the Celtic goddess figure. And if you do the morph, this is the Celtic god, this is the Sumerian goddess. And in both cases, it's pretty much clear that this is a draconian descendant. This is Uru. This is the Uru who had troubles. Now their star elders, and you can read this in the Leonine, where this would be called Siakar. This is one of the lower winged dracs. But their star elders were called the Leonines, Sekhmet. And this is why the Sphinx has the lion face, because they were trying to claim that the Anunnaki at that point were trying to claim that the star elders, the Leonines, were behind them. Why you see that lion face on Mars and in the Sphinx. And the Leonines, if you see the lions that look like half dragons with wings all over the European churches and bridges, you're seeing the dragon ones trying to say, you know, the good ancestors, the Leonines, are on our side. See that? We're morphing. So the history kind of fits together here, and this Ebi Uru cross of bloodlines becomes key to the history, which comes down into the Anunnaki story, where Dad is Anu. We're going to move this now into a local, more defined history. We have Dad Anu, and then we have Enlil and Enki. Now there's other kids, and they have these kids by a different mother. And the mothers here, Enki's mother comes, we believe, from the Templar data from Rigel in Orion, and had blue blood, variously named Antu or Ida, sometimes called. And so she's the source of the bullet in the furnace. That, remember, Enki and Enlil had the same dad and a different mother. Enlil's mother is called Urash. Now, we have a lot of women who have specific memory of these events. I've met many women with specific memory, and I can put you in touch with these women. One of them I'll mention right now. Her name is Jenny Marquise, now in Adelaide, who helped me with the whale dreamers. So, and there's a lady in Colombia with detailed, specific memory of these events. So,
How did we get to Anu?
that's the right question. We left there. Good. We're going to go back there right now. I'm just giving you...
And can I have also a question?
Yes, this is Uru Asa, Urash, mother of Enlil. Go ahead with your questions. Yes, go ahead.
We said that the NEPHILIM, the genetic disorder happened, according to you, because the stress of the war and because of the mechanical life
support. And the loss of bliss being really the result.
And you said that the mechanical life support, it means that there was too much metal. Why there was too much metal back in those ages when everything was wood and...
No, it wasn't. No, we're talking in the stars 1 million years ago and 500,000 years ago, at a time when they did have very high technology compared to today.
Oh yeah, so that was my next question. So this is really happen?
This is real.
When and where?
We don't have we know that eventually the Draco family, which was the descendant from here, their main home was Alpha Draconis. So much of this stuff here is centered in